Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Great. I'm doing a live video today on YouTube and on Facebook Live. And today we're looking at Father's Day because that is coming up next weekend, I think. I should know, shouldn't I? I think it is 21st, I think. I don't know. You can check for me. Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, Jan. Hi, Mum. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll just give people chance to sign up, and then I've been having so much fun getting ready for this that I'm not ready because I've just been having fun making things. But I'm going to show you what I've done because I think it'll give you some ideas, which is great. So I'm just going to get something down from up here as well that I'm going to need. Yeah, so it is. It's good fun. I've been doing lots of different things, which is wonderful. I've got loads of other ideas as well that I've not kind of been able to finish, but we'll do some. So hi, morning, everybody. Good. Yes, so I don't really know where I'm starting this morning, to be honest, because I've got so much that I want to show you. Okay. All right, I am a little bit late, so I am going to get started now, and we'll let other people join in. And people like to watch this afterwards anyway, especially if they're now back at work. Great. Well, thank you for joining me this morning. My name's Amy Surman, and good morning. My name's Amy Surman, and I'm going to be showing you this morning some ideas for Father's Day, or just some ideas for other things. You know, you can take this and use it as however you wish. But what I've been working on is some cufflink backs to begin with. So I bought some cufflink backs on my last order that I made to Beadsmith, which is where I buy some of my beads from the States. Took quite a long time for the order to come over at the moment because of everything that's happening. So I've been playing around with those. So what I've been doing is taking some shrink plastic. Who's ever used shrink plastic? I think I have used it before. I've just forgotten how wonderful it is. Hello, Fahid. Sorry, did I not say good morning to you? How are you? Okay, so Fahid, you can make yourself a pair of cufflinks or get Nico to make you some. All right, so where did I get to? You've put me off now. So I've got some cufflink backs and I've been playing around with sticking things to them, which has been really good fun. So shall I show you what I've been up to? So these are the cufflink backs. These are called cufflink blanks. Here, look. All right, so little swivels, silver plated. They will retail at £2.50 or £2.75. I'll double check that for you. I should have got all this information sorted before I came on, but there we go. Okay, and then taking a little thing of glue. What I'm going to do, what I've been doing is finding things that will go onto the surface that I can stick down. So firstly, I've got a little pair of these. And these are mosaic pieces. So I've got a visitor. No, I haven't. Gone again. So these are little mosaic pieces that I've stuck on there. So they look quite nice. They look quite nice as a cufflink. Okay, so that's the one idea. Or, you know, like if you've got any little tiles or anything like that as well. So that's quite nice. Then I've got buttons. So I found a pair of buttons that I quite liked that you could use because I've just been trying to find things around the house really that you could stick on. So I thought they could look quite cool on a cufflink, different buttons on there. And all you're doing is you're literally just sticking these on the back with the glue. And I've got some glue like this that you can purchase from us, just a little tube of it. These are actually from my shop, the stones on there, they're cat's eye. So they're called cabochons. So you see, it's a flat back stone with a rounded top, and you just stick those on like that. Morning, Victoria. Hi, Lucy. And then this, I really love this idea. Coins. I don't know if you're allowed to do it. We're not defacing them, so I think it's okay. I picked some coins out. I've just used pennies there because I quite like the colour of the copper. But what I've done is I've gone through all my change and I've taken out coins that have got the birthday or the year, obviously, that my boys were born. So they've got 2016 on there. So you could have different coins on each of the cufflinks. And again, I've just stuck it onto the back, look. And then I've got on the front the date, so 2016. So whoever you're giving these to, you could try and find coins that have their birthday on, or their year of birth on, or their children's year of birth on. And that's quite a nice way to personalise it a bit, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Victoria. That's really nice. Really nice. Thank you, Victoria. Okay, so we've got those there. So then shrink plastic. This is when it started to get really exciting and I started to have lots of fun. This is shrink plastic. Look how it's nice. It's quite thin. It's probably like, I don't know, 0.5 mil thick, something like that. Okay, so nice and thin. And what you do with it is you decorate it. So I've done a few different things. Let me show you what I've been doing. First one that I did, look, okay, look, and then it goes nice and chunky when it's been fired. So I'll talk you through that, how it works. Basically what you do is you decorate it, and I'm going to talk to you about that in more detail in a minute. But then you put it in the oven, 170 degrees, and it literally takes a couple of minutes. So what happens is, as it starts to heat, the shrink plastic starts to curl up where it's all starting to shrink, and then it all settles back down again. And so you end up with a reduced size. So this piece, I've made myself a little, look, shrink, what does it say? Shrink plastic ruler. This was that size. So this little piece of shrink plastic here was 20 centimeters long. So it actually shrinks by under half the size. So that's ultimate size now is 8.5 centimeters, and it was 20 centimeters long. So that shows you how much it shrinks. Okay. So I have done these cufflinks to 4 centimeters. They started off as a 4 centimeter square, and I was playing around with sizes to make sure I get the right size. And that's about the right size of a cufflink. So that's just under 2, about 17 mil. Okay, now what I did with this one was I just drew on the back with a Sharpie. So on the shrink plastic, there's 2 sides. There's a shiny side and there's a matte side. So I drew onto the matte side, which would be the back, with a Sharpie. But then when I stuck it on, can you see how it's bled? Okay, so that didn't work. Not happy with that one. So next one I did. Look at those, aren't they cool? This one I drew on with a colouring pencil. Hasn't bled, hasn't gone funny, perfect. So that's onto the back again. Okay, so that's with a colouring pencil, and that's worked really well. Now, the only thing is with this is because I'm drawing onto the back with the colouring pencil, when you're drawing onto it, you need to do it backwards. So what I did was I wrote onto a piece of paper with a Sharpie. I then flipped that round, put my shrink plastic on there, and then wrote onto the shrink plastic backwards. You're probably seeing that back to front anyway, because I think you do on Facebook, but not on YouTube, okay? So you have to write it backwards if you're writing it on the back, otherwise it will be the opposite way round. So there we go. Now you can see the cufflink a little bit at the back there. I asked Lee his opinion, and he didn't think that it seemed to matter. It doesn't matter that much to me. Maybe it matters a little bit, but it doesn't matter too much. You can't see it too badly, so it's not too bad. But then what I did, I haven't stuck it onto a back, but then what I did here, which you could play around with, morning Matt, you could play around with different colours and stuff. You can't really see these colours because this was all done in a rush this morning, these last ones, was I've put some colouring pencil onto the back, and then I've put my Sharpie on the front. And then when I stick this on, you won't see it. You see I've done a different shape there. I've done a nice little round there as well. So that's that was a 4 centimetre diameter as well. So that's perfect size cufflink. But you see, that way it makes it more solid on the back, and then you can decorate the front. So that's if you're a bit more refined with it. If you're getting your kids to do, if you wanted to get your kids to do some stuff like this and make these sort of cufflink things, you could just let them just scribble all over with the Sharpie and then just reduce it down. So that's just the Sharpie on one side, on the shiny side, and reduce down. And I think it works really well. Now, the other thing that I've done is I've really tried to scratch that off the surface. I've really tried to scratch it off, and it doesn't come off easily at all. Well, it doesn't come off. I haven't managed to get it off. So it's really quite permanent. So you could put someone's logo on there that they like. You could get the kids to write something, the kids to write their names or their initials. It's absolutely endless. So that's my cufflink idea. Now I'm doing packs for you for the cufflinks where you would get a piece of shrink plastic, a set of cufflinks and a glue. I'm also going to give you templates for the cufflinks on a piece of paper set up to 4 centimeters, so you can get the kids or yourself, you can have a little practice of doing the designs before you do your actual one. And that's £7.50 for the cufflinks, the shrink plastic, the glue, and then you just need to use your oven, some colouring pencils and a Sharpie to decorate it, okay? Or you can just buy the cufflinks for, I think they are £2.75. I'll need to check. The £2.75, you can stick anything on them. The other thing that I wanted to do, but we've only got big Lego because I've got 3-year-olds, is Lego. You could stick Lego on, which would be really sweet, I think. Okay, good. So that's those. Okay, so bookmarks I've been looking at as well. Look, little shrink plastic bookmarks. This is kind of like a placeholder. So what you would do with these, let me grab a little book, styling for Instagram, there we go. But all you do with this is they just slot into the book, like so. That keeps your page. Nice for a file of fact, not people have file of faxes, but you know, like a diary, a written diary or something. So they're quite sweet, aren't they? So all I've done on there again is I've taken the shrink plastic and I've just written on it, "We love you," and then Jack and Archie's name on there. But with this, I've got some holes on there. You'll notice I've got some holes. So what I've done there is I've used a hole punch to do that. So that's quite good. So that puts the holes in place. So all you do is put the hole in before you shrink it down. And then, yeah, you can make some little pieces like that. The other thing that I was going to do, which I just ran out of time, to be honest, are key rings. So again, you could make up, so the size that I'm going to supply you in this kit is going to be a quarter of this sheet. So it's going to be, 37.5 by 5 centimeters. So it's going to be, you know, a good size piece to play with. I think that's what we were going to do. But then you could make little key rings as well, and just adding the jump rings to join those together. So it's a nice way of making something personalised. We can send it all through the post to you as well. And the bookmarks, I'll put it all up after I finish the session today. But the bookmarks are £5.50 and the key rings are £4. And you get everything you need in the kit, like your jump rings and things as well, to be able to do that. Now, the other thing that I thought might be quite nice for dads as well is, remember our Kumihimo board. Now, if you haven't seen the Kumihimo tutorial, I did it right at the beginning. So you'll see it on the YouTube channel. If you go and have a little look at the YouTube channel, have a little look on there. And it's making braid, basically. And I've got all different colours of braids. So you could choose kind of football colours, I thought might be quite nice. And then you could work with football colours, and people could make dad either a bracelet, or again, you could just sort of make a key ring type idea that he could have on his key rings. So yeah, so that gives you some ideas of the sorts of things that you could do with some shrink plastic, some cufflink backs, key rings, and the little bookmarks as well. Okay, good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you think it might have given you some ideas, but they're really easy to use. The only thing you need to be careful of with any of these ones is really, when you're working with the cufflinks, is the amount of glue that you're putting on the back. So all you would need to do is with the glue that we sell, you put the smallest amount on the back of your cufflink right into the center onto the back of your cufflink, and then you can have your piece lay down on the mat, and then you'd push that down and just leave it upside down to set. Okay, make sure that when you're doing it, it's all the right way round. So if it needs to read like that, make sure that when it's laid down on the table that it does read like that, because you don't want it to kind of look off to one side or it be the other way round when it's being worn. Okay, and the other thing to show you, just from a technique point of view, is when you add your jump rings to your bookmark or your key ring, because you'd use the same, you're going to use some nice heavy jump rings, is you need to make sure that you're using a pair of pliers. I'll just open this one out to show you. 2 pairs of pliers, flat nose pliers, so you see how these are completely flat on the inside, okay, and then the chain nose pliers, so again completely flat, and they come down to a point there. And what you would do with these is you'd hold it on either side of your opening, so my opening's facing up, you'll twist it open, you can thread your little shrink plastic piece on, and you can thread on your key ring, and then you tighten it up there. So there we go. So you can make little personalised key rings. So you could do that bigger. That's a small piece of the sheet that you would be provided. So you could make those much, much bigger and just do one nice big key ring there as well. All right. Good. Well, thank you all for joining me this morning. It's a quick one this morning. We're back on Thursday doing a long bead necklace design. And then at the weekend, we've got the second week of our metal clay workshop. I've been working on doing some new workshops for you all as well that I'm offering online. So keep an eye out for those. And then on Sunday, we're doing the third of our Super Duo Mandala Pendants. I don't know where are they? Here they are. We're doing our third workshop of these. Look, I love them. I can't stop making them. They're so much fun to make, and they're nice and quick once you've got the technique as well. Okay, so we're doing our third workshop of that, and I've still got a couple of spaces if anybody's interested. We've already got a nice group. If anyone is interested to have a go, then we've got some spaces on that. Great. Well, have a lovely week, everybody. Really nice to be back doing these. I really missed it week before last, so it's lovely. I'm going to get a full list of techniques together that I want to show you on here, and yeah, we've got loads of things that we can explore together. If you ever have any questions about anything, pop them up in an email to me or on Facebook, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Great, thanks very much then. Bye. Thank you. Okay, I've just stopped myself on Facebook, and now I will with you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.